So this is a kind of like Q&A. I honestly don't know what to call it. So yeah, I'm just gonna ramble for 20 minutes or so. Um, so I was going to do a Q&A for my writing blogs, and I only got asked one question. So I'm gonna answer that question and then ramble about updates and whatnot. Um, so someone asked me what my inspiration for my stories were. And I'll enlighten you on that because I don't think I've ever really told all of you. I told specific people, but not all of you. Um, let's talk about my first one, Bite Me. Um, my inspiration for Bite Me didn't really have like an inspiration like, oh, I saw someone falling down the stairs or something. Why would that inspire someone to write a story? No, hell. It was just, I was bored. I sat down on my computer and I just started typing. The story kind of like wrote itself, so it didn't really have an inspiration. Like, I guess I kind of got my inspiration from all the other vampire stories I was reading at the time. I don't know. And as I was reading it, I would like bounce ideas off my mom, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's good," or "Oh no, don't do that. What about this?" So maybe that's kind of where I got my inspirations from. I don't know, but I but I did have an inspiration for starting to post my stories online. Originally, I was just writing Bite Me for me. It was just for my personal shits and giggles. So like another friend was like posting stories online, and my mom and a lot of other people really liked the story, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you should post it online." So it's like, "Oh okay." And the feedback and whatnot I've gotten from you guys was amazing. Like I think I have like almost over 9,000 views. I think I actually have like almost 10,000. I don't know. I gotta check. But I really can't thank you guys enough for the positive feedback and for all the views. Like thank you guys so much. Like you really have no idea how much you even just taking the time like to read it means to me. It really means a lot, and I really hope you guys like what I post in the future. Um, and now let's talk about the sequel, And I Bite Back. The only reason why I wrote a sequel is because I had the outline for Bite Me written, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the outline, and I was like working on chapter 42 at the time of Bite Me, and I'm looking at the outline, and I was like, huh, I really need to break this up because I was afraid of like making Bite Me too long. So I broke it up, and I might even have to break it up again, or I'm just gonna make one really long sequel. I don't know. It depends on how it goes. Um. So yeah, that's kind of like where the inspiration for the second book comes along. And the title again was like another idea like I bounced off my mom. Thanks, mom. So yeah, nothing really much to talk about there. There's also another story, Ashes to Ashes. That story is just a more like I have writer's block for my other stories, but I want to continue writing. That was inspired by a story I was reading. I'll post a link to it in the annotation right here. It's really good. I highly suggest it. Called My Mission is Survival, and it's a vampire story, but it's really good. Like I'm hooked. I really hope she updates it soon because it's awesome. And so it was inspired by that. I'll admit. Um, on to the next story, which is The Life and Soul of Serenity Lane. Now, some of you are probably like, "What? That was a story?" At one point, yeah, it was. But I took it down. I'll explain why. That one was inspired by a really crazy dream I had, and like the story of it wasn't really inspired, just like the name of the antagonist, Zip. That the dream inspired that name. And again, the story just kind of wrote itself like Bite Me did, but it didn't turn out too well because like I kept wanting to change things and all this stuff. So I just took it down until I got like a rock solid like plot for it, instead of changing it like 3 million times on you guys. But I do in fact have an idea. It's inspired by video games, and I'll give it a go. I'll write it down, and if like I go further and write it and like it, I'll start posting it online again. So yeah. I think that's it. I also have like inspirations for like mini stories, but those stories haven't made it online because I've hit like dead end with them and I don't know what to do with them. So hopefully I'll get inspired to like get out of that dead end. So yeah. Hope that answers your question, and now it's time for the updates. Um, for my blog on Quote V, I'd like to apologize for not updating and I bite back a lot. I was really busy with school and all this other stuff going on, and I just didn't really like have the time. But I do have some chapters that I'm going to upload now. And with summer coming, I'll have more time to like focus on that too. So expect me to update more. Although I'm not going to give you a specific date because I did try that with Bite Me and that did not go over well. I kept like being late. It's like oopsie. So yeah. Also, Ashes and Ashes won't get updated a lot. I can guarantee that. Um, because that's just like a story I work on when I'm out of ideas for And I Bite Back. So yeah, that's that. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, no, the character bios. I haven't forgotten about the character bios. It's just I wanted to work on them when I finished the series completely, so that I didn't like spoil anything or anything like that. Because like trying to write a character bio when you don't want to spoil anything, it's kind of hard. Because it's like, oh, if I say this, I might spoil something. Like, so I'm just gonna wait until like I'm done writing the books to finish the character bios. But I will work on those. Just give me time. Um, yeah. And now for my Wattpad account. If you're watching this and you've only been on my Wattpad, you're probably like, what books is she talking about? I'll post And I Bite Back as soon as I can. It's just that I gotta get my other blog caught up with Bite Me, and then I'll start posting And I Bite Back on there. So yeah, that's that. DeviantArt is my other blog. I'll post like annotations with the link as soon as I edit it. I'm sorry I haven't updated Bite Me a lot. It's just there's only like I can only stand doing HTML coding for so long. But I'm almost done uploading Bite Me, and then I'll start uploading And I Bite Back. Although the way I'm going to do it might be different from the way I'm uploading Bite Me, because it's like driving me insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, that's it for the updates for the individual blogs. Now this is just like in general of like what I want to do. As soon as I finish And I Bite Back, I mentioned this before and I'm going to say it again. I want to create a graphic novel for Bite Me. I'm going to work on it over the summer. I might even start posting it this summer. But don't expect it to be updated weekly. It's probably going to take like 2 weeks for me to update it, because I'm going to be drawing it myself. I'll try to like keep it as close to the book as possible, but I might omit like little things. Or I'll just not omit anything and make it really long. I don't know, because I hate it when stuff does that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about. I'm trying to think. Hang on. Um, Oh, there's another inspiration thing that I forgot to mention. I got my inspiration, like, for the individual chapters and whatnot, like, and, like, how to get out of writer's block. I play video games, I listen to music, and sometimes I just let my imagination go bananas. Like, music is actually a huge impact to, like, what I write. Like, if I'm trying to write, like, a really depressing scene, like, for example, in Bite Me, I shouldn't say that, I don't want to spoil it. But, like, there's one particular chapter, like, couple chapters, where it's like, I'm just nonstop listening to, like, the most heartbreaking music ever to, like, get, like, the tone right. And the like, music I listen to while writing really does affect the way I write. So that's another inspiration. And video games actually did give me the inspiration for the new plot for Life and Soul and Serenity Land. I already said that. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'd like to thank you all for reading my story. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Like, I seriously cannot thank you enough for the feedback and whatnot. And just, wow, thank you. Like, honestly, when I first started posting online, I was thought, oh, no one's gonna read this. Like, when I started posting Bite Me on the line, I was, like, so afraid to. I thought no one would like it. And then the views started piling in. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, Bite Me, Bite Me, I think, actually has, like, more than, like, the views I said. Because when I, like, revised Bite Me and got rid of some chapters and stuff like that, the view ticker went down. But, so I'm not exactly sure, but right now, like, with the numbers I have, it's, like, at, like, somewhere between 9 and 10,000, which is, like, absolutely mind-boggling. I really can't thank you enough. And I hope you, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy, like, what I put on blogs in the future, and stay awesome. Yeah, and all that other stuff.